weekly how-to video. My name is Lori McNorton, Floral Design Coordinator for Florist Review and Super Floral, and this is our last week for our holiday decorating. So I wanted to do something special, and I love the little Christmas trees that we make out of boxwood, but I wanted to do a little twist on that. So instead of using the boxwood, I love the red huck. It's got the color of the red and the green, and it's going to make a beautiful tree, which is going to make a beautiful centerpiece as well. So we'll get started on that. I have decided that I'm going to use this pedestal bowl. This is from Jamali Gardens. It's one of their new containers, and I love the color. And this green is definitely going to pick up the greens in the red huck. So that's going to be our container. But, you know, as you're building these, you can also just put them in a tray, and I've got a couple different kinds here, just to kind of show you what other items you can use, containers. So, but we're going to build this, since how this is a bowl, and it will hold some water. We're going to go ahead and build this in the bowl. So what I've done is I've taken my floral foam and I've cut it down to fit the container. And this is always a good step to do, or a tip. Kind of lost my wording right there. I'm going to cut these edges out because, like I said, this is going to hold water, but if we cut these corners, that allows the water to go into the container instead of going in and hitting the container and all over the table. So I like to cut that off. Then I'm going to do a second piece of foam, and this is going to form our tree. I've got some wooden dowels here, and I'm just going to take a couple and go right through to help stabilize that piece. Cut those off. I've got one here that's long enough to go through again. It's kind of like making a wedding cake, a tiered wedding cake. Although I've never made one of those. That's the job I would not want to do. Then I've got my waterproof tape. I'm just going to secure this. And then we are ready to start building our tree, the red huck. All I'm going to do is start cutting off all these tips. And I'm also going to look for the perfect piece for our topper. Let's see. We just want one that's kind of up on its own. There we have it. I'm just going to kind of try to determine how tall I want this. I don't want to make it really big. But I've got my height, so now I'm going to start doing around the edge here. And we can use these pieces that I've cut the tops off, because it's still going to give us that finished look. Okay. Now, a lot of times you'll see the trees completely all green. I thought we'd do something a little different here. I'm going to make a mess as I go. And I wanted to do a row of red roses. Whoa! So, I just want one row around the base here. man, fancy tree. I kind of guesstimated how many it was going to take. I didn't do too bad. All right. So 2, 4, 6, 8 roses. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Okay, then again, we'll just start cutting some more of our red huck. Once we get this done, if we have a piece that's out a little bit further than what it should be, we have scissors to trim that. So do not fret. I cannot believe that the holiday season is upon us like it is. It's just gone so quickly. It's been a great year though. I've loved sharing all these videos with you out there. It's been fun, or it is fun. Trying to keep it clean while I'm going here. Cut some more. This is just beginning to turn red. It's kind of that season where the huck goes from green to the red tones, which I love. I love putting the huck in any Christmas arrangement. It's a completely different texture than just all the evergreen. And it's inexpensive. It's a nice touch. Like I said, completely different texture. Okay, let's kind of tear this down a little bit. So I've got some taller pieces here. We're getting there. Woohoo! Oops. Once we get this made, then we are going to embellish this with some decorative wire. Okay, about one more side to go. Ooh, that was a pretty piece. Had lots of red on it. It's kind of red burgundy. Couple more pieces here. Careful, careful. A couple more of these tips. Turning that around. Might need a little bit of a haircut. But I think we're getting there. Let's see. Now you can make these as tall and slender as you want, or if you like the little short fat Christmas trees, I shouldn't say that, fuller Christmas trees, you could do that as well. Use your own personal taste when you're building these. All right. Now, let's see. Maybe just a little there. I think that looks pretty good. Does that look like a tree form? All right. So like I said, I wanted to take a little bit of the decorative wire, which I've got the red and green, let me put this here, red and green bouillon. And I just want to make like a garland of this. So let's see, I'm going to just wrap those together. And I'm just going to pull several strands. And I thought the red and green would be pretty, bring in all the traditional holiday colors, and definitely a nice accent for the red roses and the green in the container. Ooh, this is where it gets wild. That's okay, you will not see that. So, I'm just going to take a wooden pick, wrap that around, get that off a little bit. Bring that back over. And really all we have to do is attach this, go around a branch, and then tuck that in. I'll try not to get so messy this time. I kind of let that go the last time when I was trying to cut it off. There we go. Again. And you could just do a heavy wire also if you wanted to do a heavier gauged wire. Again, I'm just going to poke that in the base and bring that around and catch a branch. I kind of caught it right there. And then again, do the same thing. Just twist it around. This gives it some dimension and it's not so flat. And it kind of sparkles, so you kind of brings your eye in. Let's do one more of those. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to catch here. And then go up. Oh, goodness. And we could just keep adding and adding. You could cover the whole tree if you want. We could have just went around the roses. But this will give you an idea. I think it's beautiful. Like I said, it just really draws your eye in. And this one I'm just taking and wiring directly onto one of the little stems. And then I'm going to pull these wires apart. would love this on my table. So we could leave it like that. Or I did bring in a little red bird. And then I also have a couple little accent pieces here. And I did the same thing. I just made the bud vase. I add a little wire, decorative wire touch to that on this one. Let's see, are we in the middle there? Like that. And then we'll just put him atop the tree. Amongst the wire there. Looks like he's nestled in. I can't tell if he's looking the right way, but I think so. And there you have a beautiful holiday centerpiece. Thank you for joining us this week. I hope you have a beautiful and happy holiday, especially from us here at Florist Review to all of you out there.